Cam, CEO of You. I help people to find and monetize their niche. Basically, if you talk to me, you make more money, man.
What made you want to start the journey?
Because I just wanted to be great. That is what I'd calculated. £1,000 a month is all I need. So I ended up leaving, and then that first month came round and I didn't get paid. I didn't have any money. I had no money. I borrowed £1,000 from my sister. You don't pay much for convenience. So I knew that I had to give people opportunity or sell something that people can't do. When I changed the offer, 5 months, 4 months in the year, we ended up making 100K with that offer. Dubai is not a spot where you can just go and people ask. When I first went there, I was just an office baby. Literally, I just sat and worked in the office all day, 12 hours in the office, and then went back home.
What were some of the challenges you faced?
It was lonely. And the way I combated the loneliness was just by working more. I don't know if it's healthy, but did it make me money? Absolutely. As soon as I went to Dubai, I signed a client for 8K a month on landing.
What was that feeling like making that 10K after going through what you've been through?
It was rubbish.
Cam, thank you for coming. Thank you for
having me, man.
Let's just kick it off. Where did the name come from? Cam Get Rich?
Ooh, the name. When I started the Instagram, it was never to make money from it. It was never to do anything. It was more just a journal. So I just wanted to put somewhere. I was never been a guy that posted pictures online, done anything like that. I just made it, and I just wanted to show people, look, these are the steps that I'm gonna take. That was literally it. Just to every check mark. When I signed my first client, bam, I would post. When I took an L, I would post. I just posted my journey. That's literally where the name came from. I wanted to document it. I didn't want to try to come in the game super fly, like I'm making it, like I'm getting money. I just come in, look, my first post, I tell man, I'm starting my journey. Don't have money at the moment, not lit. I'm just in my room, trying something.
What made you want to start the journey?
Because I just wanted to be great at anything. I didn't know what it was. I tried my hand at a few things. I tried, obviously when I was young, I tried to do football. Found out it wasn't that. Then I was like,
Peter Crouch.
Yeah. No, do you know what? No, you're mugging me, but do you know what? I'm tall, but I never played like someone that was tall. I played out wide. So it was
Winger.
So I was quick. I got good feet. Like I was never like,
foot?
I'm right-footed, but don't cross a ball to me. I will not head the ball. Like, I'm not on that. It's never, ever that.
So you just tell me you was the man on the wing.
Yeah.
Yo, man put the ball in the air. Yo, why is the tallest man on the pitch?
No, I'm not on that. I'm not on it. Not on heading. That's mad. I'm not on slide tackling. I used to finish games. My kit is crisp, clean. I swear to you. Clean kit when I finish the game. I'm not dropping to the ground. I don't
You
do
made
that.
no tackles all game.
No, especially not a slide tackle. And I do not want to hit the ground. Swear to you. That's my style, man.
Anyway, after football, what was it?
Then I tried to do boxing. And I'm mad extreme when I do things, so it will never be two things at once. So I did boxing, and I just boxed every single day for 18 months. Then when I was at boxing, I thought, boy, I think I'm too smart for this, you know.
So wait,
I'm getting headaches. I'm getting like, I'm boxing a man who has nothing else, and you could see that in the ring. Like, this guy's fighting for his life. I knew I could do other things, so I'm like, nah, man, not on this.
So wait, Cam, how you go from I don't want to head the ball to doing boxing where you could get punched in the face?
Cause I'm like, I can get ego driven. So when it's boxing, it's like, you think you can punch me up? Okay, let's see. That's always my thing. But heading, nah, man, that's dirty work. And it's not for me.
Would you say your ego is the reason for your drive?
In a way, yeah, definitely. Because like I said, I wanted to be great, and I guess that's quite ego driven. I wanted to be great, I guess it's ego driven. But I would say for some of the wrong reasons, like feeling accomplished and things like this. But then also, I just want to be able to empower people, because other people don't think they're great. And especially people in my family, they don't think that they can do things where I always have. So if I'm the one that was given that gift of thinking I'm great, then let me make sure I am great, so then I can now empower people who maybe didn't think they could achieve things to actually achieve things.
So what does being great actually mean? Because you've said it about 3 times now.
That's the thing. I never really knew. That's why it could change in so many different ways. I never really knew, and I didn't know. And I still don't know. I won't come on here and say I know the secret to life and this and that. At the moment, I'm 23 and I just know how to make money from a coaching, consulting and agency business. That's all. I don't come on here. I'm not a prophet. I don't know how to do all these other things, but I know how to make money online.
All right, then. So you talk about being great. At what point did you actually think, yo, I want to be great? Or did you always know from the get-go I was great?
No, I just thought I was. I'm mad. I just thought I was. There was nothing to back it up in life. I didn't do anything. I just thought I was great. I was a man. I failed all my mocks, and I told the teachers, but I'm going to get straight A's. I haven't studied all year. I'm telling the teacher I'm going to get straight in front of the class. Normal. I don't mind. I will. And then I got in what I said I would. It was science. I got straight A's in science. I've just been like that. I have nothing to back it up. People could tell me I'm not great. The mirror looking back at me doesn't look great, but in my mind, I'm still telling myself, no, you're the guy.
I feel like all types of, every successful person has that kind of delusion.
Yeah, no, it's delusion. It is delusion because there's no reason I think that. I'll drive past someone and he might be in a nice car, it might be, I don't know, it could be a building, and I just think, wow, someone owns that building, and if a man owns it, then I can be the man to do it. That's just always been my thing.
So when did you know you could make money online?
I didn't really. In fact, it came out of like crisis because I didn't want to go to uni. I didn't want to, but I knew that like, I actually thought that the uni route was the route to quote unquote greatness. Like I thought that was what you had to do. You had to go to uni, do this and do that. And then when I didn't want to go to uni, I panicked. So I went on Google, right, how can I make £1 million next week? I was on that. I was on how can I make money online? Looked at all these things, looked at affiliate marketing, looked at all the online businesses, but I didn't try any of them because all of them needed you to put P's down. I didn't have P's. So I was like, bro, what about a service-based business? I can offer someone something. And then I looked around and I saw people making money. And then I actually saw E-Man. He was the first guy I saw. He was young. He's my age or maybe a year younger than me. He was making money, and I thought, again, same thing. If you are, then I can.
What video did you watch? Is it that 10 ways how to make money?
No. This would have been way back. When I first found it, it would have been when I was 17 or 18. So it would have been way, way, way back.
What year was that?
Maybe 2017, maybe. Yeah, I reckon 2017. It was before E-Man was a guy. Like, he wasn't a guy. He was just young. Didn't even bang views. He was a young guy. And he just said he wasn't even making mad money. He was making like 10K a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, 10K a month. All my days, he's 18. That's crazy.
So you seem really money motivated.
Nah,
you wouldn't say you
not
are.
at all. I don't care about it. I don't care about the money. I just, like I said, I just don't know what greatness is
So
yet.
you don't care about the money. Why is it a thing for you to type up how to get rich the quickest?
Because that's what other people deemed as great. I didn't know what was great. I didn't know. I see people that make money, people call them successful, but we don't know anything else about them. You'll see a man like Warren Buffett, he's successful. How do we know? He's got money, okay, but that's all we know. The businessman that goes into the garage, your mum would say that's a successful man. From me, I've just been programmed, okay, cool. I know nothing about the man. The man's out of shape. His wife don't love him. His kids don't like him. All these things, but he's got money, so he's successful. So now I've been programmed to think, okay, cool. Money is the first string to the bow of a successful man. Okay. So I was like, fuck it, I'll make money then.
So what other core values do you hold to yourself?
Core values?
Yeah.
Take away the money.
Take away the money. What do you value in life? Family, friends?
Definitely family. I was actually gonna say loyalty. That's my thing Is
that number one?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Yeah. Because I think everything else is built off of it. Like if you're loyal to, even being loyal to yourself, loyal to your goals, loyal to your friends and family, I think that's everything else that you do that's right, being selfless, being this, being that, is all based off of, in my opinion, loyalty.
Have you experienced disloyalty?
In what sense?
As in, you just said loyal to yourself, loyal to your goals. Has there been times where you haven't been as loyal to yourself or your goals?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. But there's in times when I don't really believe that it's gonna happen. So like there'll be, obviously, look, like I said, I say I'm great, all these things, but I can't pretend that every morning I wake up and I look at myself and I'm like, yeah, you're the best. I try to think that, and my overarching opinion of myself is that, but there's also days where I think, boy, maybe, I don't know, but maybe it's not what I thought it was. So yeah, and then in those times, it's funny, Jimbo actually made a video about it. in those times where you don't really have confidence and believe that you can do what you said you were going to do, that's the times when you're disloyal to it. Because if you don't know that it's going to happen, you're like, what's the point of doing it if it's not going to happen?
So in terms of social media marketing, it was E-Man that made you want to get into it?
Yeah. Not made me want to get into it. He was the guy who made me think it could happen. Like I said, my main thing was chasing greatness. And that was just the avenue that made sense at the time. That's literally it.
So who inspired you to get into the marketing side of social media?
No, like I said, it would have been him.
Yeah.
It would have been him. But I was already fixated on the business model because to me it made the most sense out of all of them. It was a service-based business.
Oh, yes,
he was just the guy who was doing it and gave me the extra spur to, cool, it's time to go now.
So what was you doing actually before when you actually realised, yo, I need to actually get my shit up. I need to get my bread up?
See, it kind of happened in two phases. So the first time, like I said, it happened in a little crisis was when I was at uni, applying to go to uni. And I thought, boy, I don't want to go here and I don't know what else to do. Everyone, all my friends, because I went to Langley, I went to quite a good school. So everyone just went to uni. And I was like, boy, they're deemed as being successful. They're celebrating. They're doing this. Uni's deemed as a big success. What can I do? So it first started in actual like a crisis when I first looked at it. But I didn't know how to start a business. So I looked at it and I studied it like I was at school. So he had a course, found a way to get the course for free, and I just wrote notes about the course. That's how programmed I was to learn something. Was just you just write notes about it. I never actually did anything. And then the second time was when I had a job. And I remember I spoke to one man, and he was like 60, talking to him. Because when I was first at work, I actually had a job with my uncle, my best friend's dad. And he kind of just gave me a job. Like I didn't really do anything. So I'd just be in the office floating. So my thing was anyone that come in, I would just talk to them. So I was talking to this guy. He was a lift engineer. He was about 60. And I said, oh, bro, like, how long you been being a lift engineer? He was like, oh, since I was 16. I said, oh, did you want to do that? Like, was that what you wanted to do? He was like, no, I just fell into it, you know. I remember looking at my man thinking, bro, so you're telling me you are 60 years old and you didn't want to do something at 16? And then he was like, no, but the money's all right, isn't it? And I was like,
did that scare
you're an
you?
idiot. No, I just thought he's an idiot. I thought, and I can't be like that. I just think I can't be like that, man. So I went home and I was like, I'm not being like that guy. That's all. That's literally what it was.
But what was your job title in that job?
I could say I was a lift engineer. Like that's what I would
okay.
go out and say, but I wasn't qualified in that.
Huh? So you're telling me you're operating heavy machinery?
Hey. No, so cool. What it was, yeah. When I say lift, it's not like a passenger lift that we saw down there. I shadowed someone with the passengers, so one actual lift engineer would go out and I'd tag along with them. But I was doing more like stair lifts, through floor lifts, so like smaller lifts. So it's not heavy machinery. It's nothing that you could die on. It's nothing mad. It's literally a stair lift, like an old person has a lift and it's literally a seat and it just goes up the stairs. Yeah. That was what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
because I wasn't qualified.
Obviously, when I first saw you come across the internet, I seen my goal is to make $500,000 a year, and I watched a lot of your content, and precisely the main topic that comes up is money. Tell me about that first day you actually made some money from doing what you do today.
The first time I made money, I made 2 bills, and I still had a job. I made £200, and I remember thinking, hey, this money is sacred. I swear to you, I made £200 a month, and it was mad. I had to design and make a post. I did social media management first.
Yeah.
I had to design and make a post every single day of the week. Every single day, literally. And he would pay me £200 at the end of the month. And that money meant so much to me. I swear to you, like that £200 that I had there was more. Because look, my job, would you get a job? £1,500 a month, maybe? That £200 was worth way more than that. Because it was like, I just make it from my laptop, man. I just turn on the laptop. And that was how I thought. Even though it was a lot of work for not much, that £200, that gave me the biggest buzz.
Did that make you realize, like, yo, I could take this bigger? Or was you just still caught up in the moment, like, let me just keep doing the same thing for more people?
I can't really remember at the time. I remember, like I said, I didn't really even think further than that. Like the £200, I didn't think, okay, cool, now... Because obviously I wouldn't have been able to take on 10 clients. I wouldn't think to get to 2K I need 10. It was just mad. Like at the time I had it was just mad. And then after a while I realized, wow, my man's actually like not exploiting me, but he's bumping me, really and truly. Like, I'm actually working mad hard, and he's not even appreciative. But at the time when I first got it, yeah, it was a madness.
So tell me about that journey from the moment you made £200 to now you're making how much?
Ooh, I like that. At the moment, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Well, for clients, it would be we got a few different things, but it would be 2K would be the minimum retainer a month, so £2,000 a month, or 5K for a 2 to 3 month. But there's a few different things that people can do.
So how did you actually start from when you actually realized I had to upscale my work? So I could imagine.
I didn't. I just started to add more value. I just started to to try to get better. That was literally it. Look, social media management is a convenience offer. So for convenience, how much will you pay to make something easier? Like, how much do you pay someone to, I don't know, if someone could help you to tie your shoelaces in the morning, how much would you pay? Not much. You can tie your shoelaces, but it's helpful if someone else could do it. Yeah. How much would you pay someone to make your bed? You can do it, but it's helpful. You don't pay much for convenience. So I knew that I had to give people opportunity or sell something that people can't do. I need to make you more money. If I can make you more money, I can charge you as much as you like. If I said to you, look, I'm going to help you to make 100K this year, give me 50, you'd pay me 50. As long as you are 100% certain you could do it, you'd probably even pay me 90. If you knew, if you didn't have to do anything and I said, guaranteed, give me 90 grand, I'm going to give you 100 back, you'd do that. So from when I clocked that, I thought, cool. As long as I up the value first, then I can start selling higher ticket products.
So how do you go about outreaching? What's your method at outreach?
My method first was Upwork. And it's something that I don't even really tell people because Upwork isn't the said thing to do. In fact, Upwork is kind of frowned upon. Like, if you do Upwork, you're not really getting it, really and truly. Like, because Upwork's like the easy way in. It's a freelance site. And everyone's got this thing where we're agency owners, man. We don't freelance, we're agency owners. Even though you're a one-man team, you tell people, I'm an agency. And I fell into the same trap. I was an agency, man. I'm not a freelancer. But I went onto the freelancer sites, and that was how I first started to do the outreach. Now, it's not something that I've completely thrown away, but I'm way less heavy on it because there's a lot of what I call tire kickers on there. So you can set loads of meetings, 5 to 7 meetings a day, but most of those guys, they don't have the money. So it's like the time is just a bit is annoying. So now a lot of it again is in Instagram DMs. And again, another thing that's frowned upon. People would say that Instagram DMs don't work. Cold email was the said thing to do, but I tried cold email and it wasn't working for me. So instead of just following what everyone else did, I thought, cool, let me do my own thing. If people are there, you can outreach to them. There is no best place to go. Like, for me, don't bother emailing me. I'm not going to check it. If you DM me on Instagram, I'm going to see that. If you send me a text message or call me, I'm going to see that. But for you, you might check your emails and not check your DMs. So because everyone has different habits when they're on their phone where you can contact someone best, then there can't be a best outreach method to actually do.
So talk to me about that Instagram messaging. How many messages were you sending a day? Because in fact, I think I saw about how you were sending almost 50 messages. How is it exactly you found 50 different accounts to message each day?
It's easy, man. You just type it in. Literally, there's no magic trick to it. Just sit on your phone and just do it. Like, that's the thing. There's nothing to it. You sit. Who would you want to work with? Like, we work with coaches. Type in coach or fitness coach or sales coach, something, and then just scroll through. Bang, DM them something new, something fresh. Comment on their picture and move on to the next guy.
Same script.
Framework. Not script. Again, a bit like Tris said, I don't like scripts, but there's a same kind of framework that we use. But I've given my framework away to loads of people. You be one of them.
I've actually used it on someone. I've actually used it on someone.
Yeah, but the thing is, did it work when you used it?
No.
But it worked for me. No. I'm glad you said that. Said that because that same framework worked for me and it works for my two.
To be honest, I did get a reply, but it just wasn't going away.
How many DMs did you send?
20.
On one day?
One day.
And
I've done it for 3 days.
So you sent 60 DMs?
60 DMs.
That's not enough, man.
That's not enough?
Not enough at all.
Okay.
How many do you need to send?
50 a day.
How long?
Every day. It's not for how long. For the rest of your life. That's the advice I'll give. Send it every day.
Would you say you have that extremist mindset like Trist?
Absolutely. That's the only way it works. You just do it every day and don't get a reply. My thing that I would say to someone, if you want to start in this thing, send as much messages as you can and don't even try to get a reply in the first year. Just send them. And if you can send it on blind faith, then eventually you'll be all right. But you can't, like the numbers of like, oh, if I send 50, will I get 1 reply? Will I get 2? You're worried about the wrong things. All you can do is control the inputs. God controls the outputs, man.
Do you send follow-up messages? Like, say
Absolutely.
if they don't reply, you send them another one?
Absolutely.
How long do you wait before that? A day?
Again,
few days,
doesn't really
week?
matter too much. I used to follow up with people 5 times. So every other day I would comment and send them another message. But again, doesn't really matter. Just hound people. My thing used to be, what I used to say, I was in a group and we said we will message people until they tell you to piss off. If they haven't told you that, you cannot ignore me. That was my thing on the come up. You can't ignore me. You're going to say something. If I'm annoying you too much, you're going to tell me to go away, but you will reply. That was always my thing.
Has anyone ever told you to piss off?
Yeah, all the time, man. All the time. I like that. That means you saw me. That's good. That means all I need to do now is get my messaging right, but at least I got in front of you.
Okay, then so would you say that separates you from the rest of your competition?
Yeah, definitely. The consistency part, not the actual output, because it's easy to send messages. I always used to say, I don't send the most messages every day. I don't, but I just do it every day, and you don't. That's always my thing, and you guys don't. And because you don't, I'll win. Okay. literally. That's my thing, man. That's my thing.
So what's some skills that you would say, if I was to get into the marketing side, what skills would I need to become successful in that area?
In the actual service delivery.
Yeah.
Service delivery side of things is a difficult one. Again, I would just say the skill that I think you need in everything is just discipline. If you want to be good at it, you'll just have the discipline to study other people and then get good at it. That's my thing. I believe I can turn. I don't think I was born good at marketing or born good at all these different things, but I will just study it religiously. Again, like my last point, more than you. So I will get good at it. That's it. I think I can turn my hand to anything because of the skill of discipline, not the skill of, oh, I had a keen eye from young. I'm not one of those people. I didn't have all these things. I just went out and got them.
So how far has actually being disciplined in what you do took you to tear?
That's literally all it is. That is literally it. My whole thing is just down to being disciplined in anything, in loads of things. So yeah, that's literally the only thing.
Did you have any role models until you saw E-Man?
I wouldn't have said E-Man was my role model because I didn't rate him. Like I said, I just saw him do it. No, I don't rate these guys. No, I don't rate these guys. I just see him doing it and think I'm better than that guy, and he's making money. I'm better than him, so I'll make more. That was it.
So do you genuinely believe if you used to kick? So let's say footballers right now, if you used to play football again, you reckon you'll be the
No,
best?
that's the thing.
No.
See, I'm delusional, but when enough, that's the thing. I also know when to call it quits. Same thing with football. I played football and I thought I could be a pro until 14. I was one of the guys early that said, guys, we are not gonna make it. I'm cool with that. I turned around and I said, guys, we're toast. And then there's some man I know and they're still trying a thing now, and I feel bad for them because they're delusional, but they take it too far. My thing with delusion, again, I know when to call it quits. I'm delusional, but if enough real life tells me that, look, it's not gonna happen, then I can also listen to that.
So has there ever been any business ventures you've took where you've had to call quits?
No.
What, just SMMA's worked the whole way?
Yeah, that was the only thing I tried because I knew it could work. That was the thing, and obviously, yeah, no, I don't think I've tried anything. I don't think I tried anything else. I think that was literally it. Not properly. Like when I was young, I saw drop shipping and I tried it, but I didn't actually invest any money into it. Like I looked it up and then I just thought, it doesn't work. But I didn't try anything. I'm someone, if I had tried it, it would have taken, for me to try something, I've got to give it a year of just doing it every day. Until then, I don't think I've tried it.
So you took a trip to Dubai. Mm-hmm. What was that for? Was that business? Was that leisure?
No, it was business. But I would say personal development. I don't really like that word because I think it's a bit washed out, but that was really what it was. I started to do okay, and then I started kind of buying into my own hype too much. So I think, I said I was the guy, and I mean, now I'm doing something, I must be the guy. But I didn't want to think that, to be honest. Like I was kind of buying into my hype because I was doing okay for myself, and I started to think that I was doing it. So I thought, cool, let me just go elsewhere. It wasn't planned. A week later, I just went off to Dubai for 3 months, and yeah, literally.
What did you do with that time in Dubai?
It was weird because I'd never been there on holiday, didn't know anyone there, didn't know anything. So the first 3 weeks, I didn't even know where to go. My whole thing was like, if I go there and I see some people, I'll be all right. That was the only thing. If I see people, like I just need to, if I rub shoulders with someone, I'll be all right. But Dubai is not a spot where you can just go and people are. So like if you were in London, you could just go to a spot and you know you're going to catch people there. Here, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know anything. And it's so spaced out that I couldn't just be like, cool, I'm going to take a cab here and then go there. So when I first went there, I was just an office baby. Literally, I just sat and worked in the office all day, 12 hours in the office, and then went back home. But again, it was testing, it was challenging, and that's why I liked it. It was lonely.
What were some of the challenges you actually faced?
It was lonely. That was probably the biggest thing. But I didn't really... And the way I combated the loneliness was just by working more. And I want to come out. No, I don't. I don't think it's healthy. But like I said, I'm not a guru on that. I don't know about life. I know how to make money though. That's it. So I don't know if it's healthy, but did it make me money? Absolutely. As soon as I went to Dubai, I signed a client for 8K a month on landing. And that's, yeah, that, I don't know.
Give the story how you done that.
There's no magic story. I was just following up with the guy, a good guy. We've got a good relationship now. And yeah, I was just following up with him, hounding him, but he wasn't closing. And it was annoying. Like the pitch was sick, and I knew he was brought in from the call. Like I knew he was, but he'd always reply, and it was always positive things, but he wasn't replying. He wasn't closing. So then once I landed in Dubai, he closed like 3 days in. And again, I just think it's because I just took a leap of faith, and just God rewarded me for it, genuinely.
So in your downtime, when you're not working in Dubai, what was you doing?
For the first 3 weeks, I wasn't doing anything. Literally, I didn't know where to go. I didn't do
Dubai vibes.
No, it wasn't. I didn't know anyone. Like, and I wasn't on like just going out and just trying my luck. I wasn't on that. So I was literally just working. Then the only thing that changed it is my buddy came, and my buddy was on holiday. And then he sent me a message saying, "Bro, I'm going to a yacht party." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm here to work, man." And he was like, No, come. I said, "Nah, man, I'm here to work. When you going?" He's like, 30 minutes. I'm like, "Nah, bro." Like, he was like, "No, come. I was like, all right, I'll come. And I came, then I bucked up with Trist, and then literally from then just started working.
How did that first conversation go?
How did it go? He'll have a different recollection of it.
So what's your recollection?
My recollection was that I was standing innocently. I was just chilling out, and I was standing innocently, and he was on the mic, but at the party, like he was hosting the party, you could say, and then that man just started coming for me randomly.
What do you mean coming for you?
Coming for me, saying that, what do they call me? They call me, I think, Mr. Cool Guy or something. I was just sitting, chilling out. They calling me Mr. Cool Guy, saying things, but then me being me, I kind of was just having a little nudge back. Obviously, I already knew Trist. I've been following him for a while. So I kind of hit back at him and was just said something. And then, yeah, it was literally super organic. Like, I didn't talk to him and say, "Hey, bro, I got this business venture. Oh, my gosh, I've seen you." It wasn't mad. It was just literally, we were talking. We didn't even talk about business. And the next day, I DM'd him, which is something that's mad. I would never normally do. Like, even when I was going to send it, I was thinking, "Nah, man, I'm begging it, man. I'm not on that." Like, genuinely, I wasn't on that. And I sent him a message. I can't remember what I said. I said something like, "Yeah, I don't know, big you up, man. Been seeing what you're doing. It's hard." I remember he replied to me, but he didn't follow me back. So I thought, joking, man. I was walking. I think I should have never sent that DM. Even though he said, "Yeah, like, big up," I was thinking, joking, like, oh, screw it. And then like 3 days later, he liked on a picture. He said, "What is it you actually do?" Then I followed me. So I thought, okay, cool. And then we just started chopping it up from there.
Where do you come in to cut the crap?
I was cutting the crap. Literally, I think that's the thing that made that where we came together, because I was already cutting the crap naturally. Like I had a post where I had 2 posts where I was particularly cutting the crap. One of them was I got a property, but I sold it because things didn't work out. And I could have come online and been like, "Hey guys, I'm a property owner," blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, it was an L. Like I lost a little. I didn't lose much, but I lost a little bit of money. And then the other thing was, again, fell on hard times. And I bought an Astra, when I had a decent car prior to that, and I bought an Astra. But instead of just shying away from it and like, hey, this is the car I used to drive and doing, I was like, look, man drives an Astra now. It's an L, but it is what it is.
So do you feel like social media has lost its realness?
Yeah, but I don't think it's social media's fault. I just think people are just on that. People are insecure, innit? So they just like to show the best parts. I'm not. I'm not insecure, so I just show what's happening in life.
All right, and so when you met Tris as well on the boat, you said when you go into some rooms, you know you're going to think you obviously believe in greatness. When you met Tris, did you believe you could do what he did better?
No, not always what they do. But to be honest, I didn't actually really know what Tris did. I just knew he's lit. To be honest, that's all man actually knew. So no, I like as much as I think I'm great. I'm not mad, and it's never like I will never meet someone and be like I'm better than you now. It will be like cool. If you've done it for 10 years, I'll also do it for 10 years, and at the end, I'll be better than you. That's my only thing. It's never like I'm actually harder than you and I'm da-da-da-da. Like, I say this even on platforms like this to kind of to gas me up and to get me amped up. But really and truly, I don't think I'm better than everyone at everything. But I think if it's something that I already think I'm decent at and I turn my hand to it and I dedicate myself to it, then at the end, I'll come out better than you. And if not, if I come out a bit worse, I'll come out good. So it is what it is.
Was that a mentality that you were just born with, or you think you got that from your parents?
No, I think it's just me. Yeah, I think it's just me.
I
Yeah,
think it's just me.
yeah. No, I just think I don't know. Yeah, it's just a me thing. I don't know. One of my best friends actually, Jacob. He's got the same thing. And then from when we were young, we would just start gassing each other up. So we might have even made it worse. But he's got the same thing. It made it worse. It's literally.
What do your parents say about you now? Like what do they think about you now?
I don't think they think anything's changed. Nothing, because nothing has changed. Like I'm the same guy. Like I said, it wasn't the external validation I needed. I was quite confident if you hadn't noticed, and yeah, nothing else really changed. And my mum believed in me anyway. Always believed. She always used to say, whatever you do, you'll be good at it. She used to say, you've got that knack. That was always the word she said. You got the knack that like I don't know what will happen, but you'll do well. That was always what she used to say, and yeah, so I don't think she's surprised.
So what would your friends and everybody say about you?
Again, nothing. I don't really
you think everybody who you know would say the same thing?
No. I don't know. You'd have to ask them, innit? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think people would be particularly shocked though. That's what I would say. I don't think people would be particularly shocked, but I don't know if they'd say, "Oh yeah, I knew," and when and whatever, because I didn't know when, where, how. I just knew it was going to happen.
Did you have to, let's say, just lose friends on the way?
Nah, not really, because I think as men in general, your friendships are so low maintenance that not really. It's like I'm not as close to people as I was, but I didn't lose any friends. So no, I wouldn't say I lost friends along the way. For me, it's happened quick. Like I left my job 18 months ago.
18?
About 18 months ago. Like
how did you know you was ready to leave your job?
I wasn't.
Yeah, you took a risk.
I wasn't ready. I just left. I didn't have any money. I had no money. I borrowed £1,000 from my sister. I paid it. I borrowed £1,000 from my sister in February last year. Had no money. And then by the time it was summer, I made my first 10K a month, and then it just was.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that journey from leaving your job. I could imagine you probably did it on a hunch. Was that
no? Because I'm not super emotional. It wasn't like, oh my days I'm gonna leave. It was just I just set a date and I was just gonna leave on that date.
And you knew exactly what you were gonna do from when you left.
So what happened? So cool. I started my agency, or my agency was just me. I started my agency, right? And then I'd got to 3K a month when I was still working. But then service delivery suffered because I was at work all the time, and it was too mad to juggle the both. So then ended up losing all those clients, and I was at 0. And then obviously I still have my job.
How many clients did you have?
At the time, when I was at 3K a month?
Yeah, was it high ticket offers?
No, I probably would have had 6 clients. So again, that was where I was doing it wrong. So it was like 500 a month. So it wasn't going. Now it'd be easy because I might have 1 client and be making that. But at the time, I had 6. So it was hard to juggle everyone. So I ended up losing them. And then I remember thinking, one of these things has got to give, can't lie. My whole thing was I'll get to 5K, then I'll leave. And that was too idealistic. It wasn't happening. So I was trying, juggling the both, wasn't working. So then I was like, I'm just going to leave my job. Because in my mind, I was like, I can make 3K a month easy. And I calculate what I need to survive. I was living at home. I was fortunate enough to live at home. So I need £1,000 a month. That is what I'd calculated. £1,000 a month is all I need. So I ended up leaving and I was like, I can get to £1,000 quick. And then that first month came round and payday came and I didn't get paid. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next month came and I didn't get, and I was like, oh, wow, this is mad. And I thought, when I leave work, I won't be working 15-hour days because now I don't have work and da-da-da. And it turned out that I was working a similar amount. I was more consistent because I didn't have work, but I wasn't working 15-hour days just because I left. So didn't get paid again. Another month's come around, didn't get paid. And I remember I bumped into my old boss. He said it was a bad idea that I left. And it wasn't in like a malicious way at all. He was just very successful. Someone or he had a lot of money. Someone I really looked up to. Would have been my first business mentor. And he said it was the wrong decision. He told me at the time you shouldn't leave. I was working for him. He was helping me. He's like, you shouldn't leave. His words were that, you guys want things quickly and da-da-da-da. Which was true. I did want things quickly. And I bumped into him and he said, oh, are you making any money? And I said, no. Again, cutting the crap. I could have turned around and been like, oh, yeah, my life's good and everything's... I bumped into him. He was like, what? Is things going well? I said, no, they're going really badly, Haven't made any money, borrowed money from my sister.
What did he say?
He wasn't... He's rooting for me. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I told you so. It was like, okay, cool. You're going to get there in the end, son. Like, stick it out. Like, it was positive, but wasn't making any money. And then... things just catapulted quickly. Like, even when I look at my Stripe account now, like, it was 1,000, then 4, then 5, then 10, then 15, and then it just started to go mad.
So what, do you remember the month you made your first 10K?
Yeah, but no, not like a landmark way, because I think my first 10K month, I made like 9,477. So then the next month when I made 10, it wasn't as much of a buzz because I was harsh on myself. Yeah. I didn't call that a 10K month. I was like, it wasn't. And then the next month when it was like, like picked up. So it wasn't, I don't really remember. It would have been last summer.
What was that feeling like making that 10K after going through what you've been through? Of quitting your job, not really making as much money, having to borrow from your sister?
It was rubbish. Because I don't care about it. I just manage the money is just what other people base it off of. So it was what I was basing it off of. When I made my first 10K, I didn't go, oh my days, let's go clubbing and let's go buy some drip. It was, I wear the same clothes I wore when I had to borrow money. Like, it's nothing changed. I still lived at home. And I got a lot of people that will humble me. So like, I'll go to my grandma's house and I'll try to sit in a chair and one of my cousins will come along, slap my head, say, get out of the chair, man. And I get out of the chair. Like, I'm still, I'm still the same. Even though I might be doing financially better than I was, I'm still the same guy. Like, my feet were still sort of levelly on the ground. So no, it wasn't, nothing changed. Like, that's one thing. If you think it's going to change, just the same, yeah. Just the same
so why is it you do what you do if it's not for the money?
I told you, man. It's.
But you said you don't know what greatness is.
I don't, but I know.
So are you just chasing nothing?
Might be. Like I said, I don't know. It might be. I don't know. But I don't need to know at the moment. What I'm doing is okay. Everyone works anyway, right? Okay. If it wasn't this, I'd still be working. I'm a lot happier doing this. Look at where we are, man. Like, look at what we're doing. This is sick. This is way better. Like, I could be at work. Everyone, I can't, like, I don't like money, but I need it. So why not just make more of what I need and have a better life for it? So I think the money part of things is just gonna give me time and allow me to step into places where I can be quote unquote great, which, like I said, I still don't know what it is. But if someone has money, you rate them more. The more I post about money, the more people come up to me and say, oh, well, go on, Cam, da, da, da. So people must rate it, because when I didn't post it, no one used to want to say, well, go on, Cam. Now people want to say, well, go on. Now people want to talk to me. I knew the same stuff when I had no money. Why do you want to talk to me then? Like, I don't, it's all worthless to me.
So a few people I know meditate. Do you meditate?
Nah. Again, I'm not good at all this stuff. I don't know. I don't meditate. I just wake up and I work.
Wake up and work?
Yeah.
No gym, no exercise.
I used to do it, and I was making less money when I did it. I swear to you, I done the cliche things. I woke up, I said, cool, I'm gonna wake up early, and going to go to the gym. I was doing all these things preparing for the most important task of the day to me, which was work. So why am I spending 4 hours preparing for my most important task? Why not just wake up and do my most important task? Gym is something that to me is easy. Like fitness, I like sports, like gym, all these other things. So now I just do them after work because it's an easy thing for me to tick off. I don't want to spend 4 hours preparing for the day, meditating, doing all this stuff, which, look, by no means is bad and by no means am I frowning upon people that do it. I just don't do it and it's still working for me.
Do you plan your days though?
Yeah. Plan my days. If I don't, my organization is really bad. So if it's not in that notebook, then yeah, you're finished. I do plan my days. That's one thing I do have to do.
So if you was to like do this all over again, let's say you couldn't do SMMA, what's the other risk you would have took?
Another risk? Yeah. I would, what, in terms of business? In terms of
businesses, yeah.
I would either, the two things I would do, I'd either get very good at a skill and then sell it for a lot of money, or I'd attach myself to someone who is good at the skill and help them sell it for a lot of money. That's literally all it is, because I think that's the easiest way to come up. So like, I don't want to sell something for £100 to millions of people yet, because I don't have that's going to be very difficult. But what I'd rather do is sell something that's 5k to 2 people a month. Then we're all right now. Now we've got time to think. 10k a month, I've got breathing space now. I can actually think of stuff. Yeah. And making 2 sales a week is easy when I can go online and find people.
You know, I've got a personal question actually. When you do your outreach, and obviously you're doing high ticket services, do you handpick who you DM, or do you just DM everyone in hopes that they'll have the money?
Yeah, I DM everyone and handpick afterwards. I would say that to anyone that's doing it, because look, there's 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't DM someone and like, oh no, look at the car my man has, man. Maybe he's not making money, or raw, he's only got 100 followers, maybe not. DM everyone, and then once they book in, I've got like, when you book in with me, I say things like, oh, monthly revenue, I ask questions, so I'd cancel that way. As someone coming up, I'd say don't cancel any of them, talk to every single person. Because you've got time. If you've got time, why are you cancelling things? Why are you not reaching out to someone? Reach out to them. And then what if? The what if is that they do have money. The other what if is that they don't have money, but you have loads of time. So spend 30 minutes talking to them to find out if they do.
So you spoke about becoming, you'll be a mentor and learn someone's skills to help them get money. Is that correct? What you just said?
Say that again, sorry?
About learning.
I'll be a mentor. So I'd attach to someone who does do it. Yeah, so what...
Have you ever done that yourself?
In terms of what?
In terms of learning a skill and helping them get money.
Yeah, absolutely. That's essentially what we do now. People that have, like I said, I help coaches, consultants, and agency owners to find and monetize their niche. So if someone is good at something, that's kind of how me and Trist hit it off, because I knew he was good at sales. I knew he was good at all these things, but he wasn't making money from it. So I said, cool, let me attach myself to you. I know how to do this. You've got all the skills that I don't have, but I've got a few skills that you also don't have. So I'm going to help you make money for your skills. And that's literally how we came together.
I'm going to ask you my personal question now.
Shoot that.
What's 7 things you can't live without?
7. 7's too mad. I'm one of them guys, again. I don't want to be someone that can't live without anything. And I know that's the worst answer. I'm one of them, man. I don't think... If I like something too much and I'm doing it too often, I'll stop doing it. So like, I used to play PlayStation every day. And then from one day I was like, bang, I don't want to play PlayStation. Because I wanted to play it too much. That's my thing. I'm on that. No, I'm on that. I wanted to play it too much, so I won't play it.
I mean, that was the same with us, how we got the cameras. Sold our PlayStation, so no.
Yeah, if I like something too much, if I'm craving something too much, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm on that. I don't want to be addicted to anything. But in all seriousness, what would I say? Probably my laptop.
Your laptop.
But that's the only thing. I'm not even giving 7. I'm that. If you give me a laptop, then I'll get the rest.
What about Wi-Fi?
Yeah, let me get a connection. Let me get a connection. Give me a Wi-Fi and a connection, and I'll get the rest.
Alright, Cam, cut the crap. You said he's... That's a ooh.
Yeah. Go.
Talk to me about cut the crap.
Cut the crap, man. That's the lifestyle, man. Literally, it's literally cutting the crap on everything. Just showing what it's really like to walk this walk. Cutting the crap. Literally. I don't even think it should be overcomplicated. To me, that's what it is.
Why start cut the crap?
I didn't start cut the crap. But why I started to cut the crap was because no one else was doing it. And it was annoying. I would come online, everyone's winning, right? Everyone's making so much money. So I just wanted to show people, really, for myself to just document what's actually happening. And the other reason is, I guess, to kind of to inspire people. That kind of sounds a bit nice. Like, was I really thinking that? Probably not. I was just showing what I was doing. And also, I was also conscious that if I do tell the truth for long enough, when the truth is wins, and when I tell someone, like now, I could post something, I could do something fake, and people would think it was real. And I know that about that. That's something very conscious. Like, it's not to say I'm gonna now start lying on things, but now if you post a lie, if you post the truth where others wouldn't, I could now post anything, and there's believability there. So I'm aware of that.
I've seen you post something on the amount of followers you have, and you DM someone, and so, you know what I'm talking about. You DM someone, and she said, "Why should I trust you? You've got no followers." Tell us about that.
She's right. In her mind, like, it's vanity metrics, isn't it? To her, money is followers. To her, I DM'd her and she pitched me rubbish pitch, low ticket, copy and pasted something. Yeah, she's not making money, but she's got followers. So to her, she's harder than me, and I hear that, because that's what her whole business model is. She's selling something low ticket to the masses, so you need a reach. So how can I come to you and say that I'm going to help you make more money if I've got less reach than you? So I get it, but you don't need followers. You don't need them. How many clients would I have? Let's say maybe 10. If I could sign 10 a month, then I'd be making 50K a month from 10 people. So what do I need? Loads of people. I just need my target audience to follow me.
So what is it you have that other people don't have when it comes to closing the deal with a client?
A good offer that people want. If you got a good offer, the rest is all easy. If I offer you something that you want, you're going to take it. If I offer you something you don't want, you will not take it. Even an excellent salesman is not going to sell me on something I don't want.
How do you know what they want?
Good question. You just go for what they want, and it sounds silly. So cool. How do you know what they want? You just look at what they want without your own lens. So what I say people do is they know. So you might say, look, I want to learn marketing. I want to do this. I want to learn Facebook ads. That's a go-to. I want to learn Facebook ads. That's you deciding that people want that. Who said people want Facebook ads?
All right, so someone who does a lot of social media marketing, what is it you notice the main thing people want? For example, let's say, what is it you want if you want someone to control yours?
Well, look, people want more money. But then people want it more specifically. So people want more money. Okay, cool. That's vague. So I don't know what people in general want, but I know that a big problem that coaches consult. So again, my niche, the first thing you do is you find a group of people with a problem.
Okay.
So once you find that group, my particular group was coaches, consultants, and agency owners. I was in their Facebook groups. I was rubbing shoulders with them, talking to people, asking them questions on Reddit. I was just around their spaces. And I just found out that, okay, cool. They were finding it hard to find and monetize their niche, to actually make money from their niche. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to help them to make money from it. It was really driven by what they need as opposed to what I do. If I try and sell you on what I do, you don't care about that. You care about what you want. Okay, cool. I'll sell you what you want, and I'll do what I do to get you what you want.
So what's the importance of niching down? Because I've seen you talk about it so many times when you say, don't niche down, double niche down. I said, this is your niche. Do you ever find that restricting, or do you find it? So why
it is restricting. It is restricting, but the people that I'm saying to niche down are at the startup level. And if you're at the startup level, then why do you want so much freedom? Why do you actually want it? Why do you want to be able to sell to everyone? You're not selling to a single person, but not one man has bought from you. Not one man has bought your services, but you want to tell me that you want to be able to sell to millions. Why? Why are you even worried about that? You're worried about the wrong thing. If we're looking at Apple, of course, Apple shouldn't niche down. Why would they? But when you're starting up, there's going to be someone who's doing better. So let's say you came into to my niche at the moment, and we both jump on a call. I've got loads of case studies. I've got loads of social proof. I've got loads of stuff to back me up. Why would someone ever buy from you against me? And again, not to brag about it, but why would someone? The same way there's someone bigger than me. So how can you get someone to buy it? Is you go niche down even further. I help podcasts to da-da-da-da-da. Now that's one of one. I don't sell that. My thing's broader than that. So now they're gonna go with you. You're one of one. The only way someone will buy from you if you're in the same niche as someone is if, one, you've got more social proof, more things backing up what you do, which at startups we don't have. And the other way is on price. And the only way, if you're fighting on price, the only way is the ground. So I don't want to fight on either of those things because that's a losing battlefield. So instead, let's jump over here and be super niche down and let's sell to 2 people a month. That's all you need, 2 people a month, 10K, you're laughing.
If you're starting up and you super niche down, double niche down, but you still got no social proof, how do you change your offer slightly to accommodate that, or do you just...
No, because you can't start with social proof. Like there's sometimes you just can't. Like I started doing when I started doing Facebook, I had the cliche thing. I just didn't have any proof. There was nothing I could have done. I had no case studies. But if your offer's good enough and your sales process is good enough, people will overlook that. And it's weird because when I got case studies, I remember thinking, oh, this is sick. I got case studies, man. I can show them. And then I just started to speak with so much conviction that I would close people and I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot to send them my case
So you
studies.
reckon that confidence is what?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, if your sales process is certy and it's good enough, people will forget to even look at case studies because this guy's certy. Once people need case studies, that means there was a little chink in your armor that they didn't like. And it could be something small. It could be the lighting when you jumped on Zoom. They could see that you're in your bedroom and now okay, why is he really getting it? I don't know. It's a small thing. You never know what it is. But what you notice is the better you start to do, the less you'll need case studies.
So what's some of the errors you've made coming up that's been the reasons you haven't been able to close clients?
Oh, not being able to close. I think not being able to close. For me, it's always different ones. There wouldn't be one specific thing I have. The number one thing that I personally struggle with is making there be an urgency on it, and making people close now. Because normally, if people don't close on the call, they typically will not close ever. So for me, the main thing, and I still run into it now, to be honest.
Is that a common thing?
Yeah, because look, if I sold you something that was good and I said, okay, cool, yeah, perfect. Remember, you're jumping on the call, you're not expecting anything. Then I just come and bang you in the face, boo, 5K now. You're like, whoa. Like, we were just talking on Zoom, bro. Like, whoa, what are you talking about, 5K now? Like, what? So I need a way, and I need a way why you should, I guess, pay that now. And obviously the real reason why you should pay now is because if you pay now, in a month, I can make you 10, 15, 20 grand. But that sounds good, innit? There's no way to actually prove that and do anything like that. So most people, the reason that they need me is because they haven't been taking action in the first place anyway. And because of that, they're probably more likely to just have a think about it and move forward. So in their mind, it's getting urgency. I know why it's urgent, and it is something that's absolutely urgent, but me getting it across to them can sometimes be difficult.
Okay.
Once you got the client, how do you keep them?
You do good work.
Do good work. And
Yeah, there's no secrets to that. You do good work. One thing I say, is I will not sign someone up. I will not help you scale your coaching business if you can't coach. Hey, I'm not doing that. That's mad. I'm not doing that. Because if you don't do good work, there is no way to keep a client. Good work is the first thing. Just delivering what you promised them. And then other things are small, like good client relationships, communication, like super basic things. But the number one thing is, if you just deliver what you promise, people will be happy. If I told you I'm going to make you 10K in the next 3 months, and I make you 10K in the next 3 months, you're happy. That's all I promised, right?
How long have you had your longest serving client?
Probably my longest serving client probably been working with them since summer, since I kind of things kicked off, really. In terms of what we do now, like the offer's kind of changing a little bit to where it's kind of like you'll pay and then we'll just work together for the next 2 to 3 months. So it's kind of changed from monthly retainers to that model. So now a lot of people we sign, there is no kind of client retention issue because they've just paid up front and now we just work to them until they get to where they want to get to.
Yeah.
Has it ever become a situation where it's like you've got your client to the desired destination, then they depart? Or do they stay?
Yeah. With e-commerce clients, man, I say to have a little moan at e-commerce clients. They're so e-commerce clients, e-commerce brands. They're ungrateful, man. I've made a lot of e-commerce brands a lot of money, and they'll still dip out because they want even more. So like, I've helped brands make 100K a month with a 3x return. Now a 3x return is extremely good. If for every pound you gave me, I gave you £3 back. That's a brilliant return. Now, obviously, they got break evens and whatnot, so it might be more like £1.50. But if you can double up your money, that's great. but they're gassed up. People online are saying, hey, 10x return. So now they're thinking, oh my days, I need a 10x. And they're just chasing other things. And I'm petty, so I watch them. If once you leave me, okay, cool, you leave me. But I'll watch their ads afterwards and I'll say, okay, so you're not getting in. I'm on that. I'll watch them. Okay, all right. You wanted a 10x? Okay. I'm on that. I'll watch them. I'm petty like that.
Has there ever been a time where a client's left, you've watched them, and it hasn't been as good?
Yeah. Normally what happens is it just stays the same, which is always... Staying the same is kind of the most annoying one, because like, man, if you just stayed with me, it would have been the same. But normally... normally it stays the same. Sometimes it gets worse. And there's also been times, but I won't work with someone if I feel like we're not doing well. So there's also actually been a client where I turned around to them and I said, look, someone else could actually do better with this. Like, again, I like to say I'm delusional, but if the real life tells me that if the numbers aren't stacking up, the good thing about paid traffic is the numbers do just stack up. There is nowhere to hide. It's not like social media management. I don't just post a picture and I'm done. Everything's there, and I sit and I go through the deliverables once a week. So if we've spent 10 grand this week and we've bought back 2K, there is no way I can turn around to you and say, hey, things went so well because, we got so much reach. And all my days, look how many impressions we got. They're not buying that. They want to make more money.
Has there ever been a moment like that?
Where we've done badly in a week? Yeah, absolutely. Happens all the time.
How do you come back from it?
You just make the money the next week, innit? But no, sometimes you can't come back from it. And when I haven't, if I've had consecutive times where that's happening, I'll turn around to them and say, hey, look, we're not the best for the job. But most of the time with paid traffic, people just don't want what you're selling. Like, that is just a big thing. If I can't just... Paid traffic is not something that's going to save your business. If your business is not selling, it is not time to start running paid traffic. Please don't do that.
What do you think about having a guarantee in your offer?
I think it's a shortcut.
Why?
Because everyone wants a guarantee. So people are definitely going to close if you have a guarantee. But I think it's a shortcut. Do you want to actually give a guarantee out as a business, genuinely? So I would, I think it's just a little shortcut. It's something that's like a Band-Aid over a crack. It's like if you need to offer a guarantee, something's not going very well. Now, once you slap the guarantee, people are probably going to start closing. And if you can actually give the guarantee for 100%, then obviously I guess that's fine. But for the most part, the reason that you're slapping the guarantee there is because people aren't buying. And the reason that they aren't buying is because your offer isn't compelling enough or your sales process isn't slick enough.
So I'm guessing you don't have a guarantee.
I don't, but I have had a guarantee before, and I had the worst type. Oh, I was an idiot.
Why? Explain.
So I'll be in my journey. I was just following. People said guarantee's good. I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna get a guarantee.
See,
I gave people a 90-day happiness guarantee, which is just a mad
90 days.
Yeah, mad guarantee. Like, it's just a stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do. But I remember when I put it, I was signing loads of clients. Said, this is crazy.
Yeah,
This is
crazy.
crazy. I
This
could
is
imagine you
what
on that.
I was thinking, oh my days. Then 89 days later, people are like, yeah, no, you made us a lot of money, but I kind of want to part. So I had to give money back to people.
Yeah.
And then when I had to give the money back, I was thinking, that money's already spent. Like,
See, that's what I thought as well.
people are wearing like, I'm eating that food. Like, what are you talking about? You need the money back. Like, what do you mean? That was and obviously there's nothing I can do. I gave them a happiness guarantee. And the thing that made this even worse is I would actually still give a happiness guarantee to some people, but I was just throwing it about willy-nilly. So I was giving it to startups. Mm-hmm. And if you're a startup, in 90 days with paid traffic, we will not make, like, your expectations are so high. So there's brands that we made a lot of money, but because they're startups and they've seen a man they've seen Gymshark, they're like, bro, like, so they're and it's super amicable. That used to be the worst. At 89 days, super amicably, someone would be like, hey, I really love the work, but at the moment, I think we're gonna stop running paid traffic. So yeah, run all that money back. And you're like, whoa.
I'll be so pissed.
Yeah. So yeah, I have run a guarantee.
And has that happened a few times?
It happened 2 or 3 times, but it was all within, because I literally started it and it was all within a specific thing. And another thing I would say is if the client buys based off of the guarantee, then it's not a good guarantee. So I could even put a guarantee there now and it would be fine. But if you're saying, no, I won't buy unless there's a guarantee, that's a red flag to me. That means, okay, cool. You want to be able to double back on this. And whilst I understand you wanna limit your risk and it makes sense, I don't want someone that's only gonna buy because of a guarantee.
You opened my eyes, I'll be honest.
So what did you actually change then about the guarantee? What is it you bought into of changing the plans?
Well, I just took the guarantee out.
That's it, just took it
Literally,
out.
because
You
the
replaced
guarantee
it.
was like, it was a savior. It was just something like I wasn't closing on the calls. And then, like I said, it was a shortcut. Instead of just getting better at sales, making a better offer, all things that take time, right? Getting a better offer, building out a better sales process, all these things, getting better at service delivery, getting better case studies. I was like, let me just put a guarantee on there. And it did work. And then 90 days later, it didn't work. Yeah. And the happiness guarantee is also mad. So if I was to do another guarantee, the sale wouldn't be based on the guarantee at all. Like it wouldn't be at the forefront. It'd be something that would be something I might use if someone was kind of on the edge. And it would be a conditional guarantee. So it'd be like, if you do this, then you can get your money back. Because I can actually guarantee that with a lot of these people, one of our biggest problems with that, they weren't working with us. And if you're not working with us, if you're not spending much on paid traffic, we can't actually make you any money. It's too difficult to get feedback.
Last one from me. Do you have like a referral program?
No, I don't.
Why?
Just timing. It's not something I'd be super opposed against. I just haven't done it. Things have been working well. We do have appointment setters who get a commission, but it's not like, if you're my client, go out and get a client and you'll get money back. And again, it's not to say that that's bad. Literally just haven't done that yet. Things have been growing quite steadily and organically. And also, I'm also conscious of now, and this is going to sound mad, now we can sign pretty much as many clients in a month as we would like to. The problem now, the bottleneck, which I'm thankful for, is on the back end. So it's on service delivery. So now I could have a month where we might be able to sign 5 clients and net, 25K. But obviously you've got to make sure those guys are happy. Yeah. And with the new offer that I've pivoted to, a lot of the service delivery is based on me. And because of that, it just makes time.
So how many times have you had to like change your offer in order to get it work and have a higher success rate?
Oh, I changed it loads of times.
You changed it like to the client you were trying to close, or is it just the same set?
No. So it's to do with the niche. So I started in Facebook ads for e-com brands. Cliche, SMMA guys, they would know. That's what I started in, right? And my first offer was like some copy and paste offer. It was rubbish. It was like, we'll help to add 20 to 50K MRR to e-com brands. And it was just, I actually did just copy it. I saw one guy was making money from it. I was like,
why not?
Why not? It's making money for him, right? Didn't work. And then I changed it to, we help e-commerce brands to lower their cost per acquisition in 28 days. That was a sick offer. And that was, I actually just spent time. I did what you were meant to do, took a week out, spent time. And it's funny because I was doing the same thing. It was still Facebook ads for e-com. The service delivery was exactly the same. I made no money with that offer. And then I made made a decent, last year when I changed the offer halfway through the year, maybe 4 months in the year, we ended up making 100K with that offer. And it was the same thing that I made 0 with, the exact same business I was selling, the exact same service. I just changed the way in which we word it. And it literally, like that, was able to change. And now we've pivoted again. But again, this offer that I'm currently working with isn't really the best worded. Like, it's not worded in a brilliant way, but the niche just wants it so much that, again, it's kind of easy. Yeah.
So is that what you're talking about when you said always find what they want?
Yeah, absolutely. You can only sell, and it has to be their number one thing, not their number two. So like, something that I'll say is, look, I want a 6-pack. I want to be in perfect shape. But if someone came up to me and say, hey, I'll help you be in perfect shape in 3 months, give me $5,000 for it, I'll be like, nah, bro. Because it's something I want, but it's not my number one thing. And if it's not someone's number one, then what happens is people procrastinate on it, they delay, and they just don't take action on it. It has to be their number one pain point. If it's not, then again, your offer won't work. And that will probably leave you in the worst case scenario, because if the offer's just shit, if the offer's just rubbish, people will say, no, I don't want that. If the offer is okay, people do want it, but they don't want it bad, that's the worst spot to be in, because people will get on a call and be like, that sounds so cool, man. Yeah, man, that's a good idea. What, it costs money? Man, no thanks. That's the worst place to be in, because everyone's going to tell you it's good. And what's going to happen is you're going to hold on to that offer, because you're going to be like, nah, man, I got on 5 calls yesterday and they all said it was a sick offer. I'm going to say, okay, cool. Did any of them pay you? No, they didn't. But trust me, man, they loved it. Yeah. So that's the worst spot to be in.
All right, then. So for anybody watching at home, probably want to start an SMA, what's one piece of advice you would give to them? Besides the ones you've mentioned today.
What did I mention today?
You mentioned double niching down,
Yeah.
giving what they want.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I would say then, don't make any money in the first year and send outbound messages every day for a year, 365 days straight. But they won't like that one. They don't want that. They don't want that advice. But that's my advice for them. Don't make any money in the first year.
Don't make any money first.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Cameron, let's thank you for it, man. Definitely means a lot's coming on. You going to Dubai when?
Next month to the day. So April the 1st.
That's it.
So no longer in London.
Nah, no longer.
You're gonna miss it.
Yeah, but I'll miss my family. That's it. Like when I came back, I was like, oh man, I've missed London. I come back and I walked to my dad's house, and I remember as soon as I got there, I'm walking and I walked past a few people that are my age. I walked past them, and I'm still in Dubai mode. I think he smile. Man's looked at me kind of. Now I've looked at him like, what's the? So from then I was like, yeah, bro, nothing other than the people that's here, like my family, my friends. Other than that, I won't miss.
Would you recommend? 'Cause a lot of people, I've seen, I heard Trish speak about it in his last podcast with, was it Sadia? I can't remember. And they were saying how London's got that energy where it's like, it's not smiley, not happy, whereas Dubai, it's a bit different because everybody seems to be going to Dubai.
Yeah, I don't know about all that stuff. Like I said, I'm not that guy in terms of that. I'm happy to say on camera I don't know about things, and I know it's something that people don't normally do. I don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I don't.
All he knows is money.
No.